Alright, and I guess we're live. Hopefully. Let me just double check. There's channel. And it looks like it. Great. Great. Alright. Already. Let me just get the stream chat. There we have it. Can I get the chat, please? Please? Looks like I can't get the chat. What the? I want my chat, dude. Hmm. Is that the chat? That's the chat. Don't think it wants to do it. I'll just put that, guess. Yeah, just put that there. That works. Already we are going to build further on the little restaurant I'm currently working on. Yeah, oh, opera. And I have to mute my own stream because now it's getting annoying. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Repeat there and just do that. There we go. Hit that one too. Alright, now we can actually start. I don't think there's that big of something I really need to do here anymore. Just some tables and just put a table in the middle, removing some stuff, adding some stuff, just not that much actually. Let me open my mood board. I'm actually thinking about adding like this bowl to all of these, but I'm not sure how much chat's gone. Great, love that. I'm gonna just open chat on mobile. Be quick. It's like faster, and I can always log on it. No, I don't want to search anything. I have to add my account. Oh, 1 second, shop. Not gonna take that long, hopefully. hopefully I can now get my chat. Thanks, that looks great. That I now have my chat. Just gonna pause the stream on that, and there we go. Now we can actually for the start. Hopefully clear to hear. And again, we're working on this like cafe. On this cafe, yeah. I know my game very well. We're working on this a little restaurant, which is actually nearby. I don't really know how to say it. It's like next to the patisserie and next to the vintage cafe. I don't think the cafe was ever shown in some of our content. Well, the patisserie did, but none of those. And this was briefly shown, but not in this state. To fix some of those also, because they're these little seams that I don't really like. Gotta fix that. And I'm actually gonna change that to all messages. And I gotta fix those because I messed those up. That's normal. That's normal. That's normal. Rest is normal. Alright, then we can. I'm not sure. I'm first of all gonna fix some stuff. I think you already union this. Yeah, and this one's not there. That and that. Oh, those are mesh parts. Oh boy. Great, dude, great. Cause now we can't union that. Right. We cannot union that. What the hell? Alright, then we gotta go get creative. Just what that was needed. I'm just gonna do it with unions. So it doesn't take too long. Doesn't matter if it's like bleeding a little bit over the edge. As long as it like fits. And it's fine. There we go. And now that side. I'm not sure where the curve ends. It ends like way over there, but I'm just gonna extend the curve a little. Just gonna do that. There we go. Now I'm gonna copy those and create a cylinder. Paste those. Make some adjustments so that the cylinder actually works. And I like the cylinder scaling. It's way too confusing. We're just gonna paste that. Just need a normal number. 175 is fine. There we go. Now we can again paste the location, the C-frames. I'm just gonna move that by 5 studs. Oh wait, actually I'm gonna return that. I'll try this. Just make this a negation. And that. Just gonna make that back, those changes. Because I gotta extend it down a little and maybe a little bit up. And just do that again. Now we have the corners. And now just make another part. I want to make it smaller. Make it bigger. There we go. polish that a little. As long as this looks fine and doesn't have that little weird crease or seam. Don't know how you say that. It's fine. Just gonna adjust it. We need this. Just unlock that. Just got the surface. There we go. Paste that. And for the hardest part, cannot reach. I cannot reach that, dude. Then I'm just gonna unlock the union. Just like that. Probably didn't work, I think. Not sure. Yeah, that didn't work. What? Why server? Oh, I can just make that, and that's way faster. And now just delete that mesh part. Oh great, now we have that with so much stuff. What? And there's our curve. And we'll just take the texture and just put it in there. There we go. We need the color. Probably the wrong color, actually. Parsley green. That is a wild name. Parsley green. I'm just gonna union those both. But before I actually do that, it's probably better if I quickly copy that corner over there. Go. Gonna move that. And delete the mesh part. Go. We can just move that there. Boom. Okay, that's a little bit not aligning. That's fine if that's a little bit broken. Now I'm gonna union all of them. And that. Go make a union. Thank you. Put in the texture. The union is already done. Now I'm just gonna pick the texture, and that looks alright. What did I use? I used grass. There we go, lock it, boom. Now we have some soft rounded edges. Just makes that look a little bit better. Just gonna see that's the union right there. Just gonna rename that real quick and put it in the correct folder. That's environment folder, there we go. Alright, we fixed that. Now what else did I need to fix? I will need to fix those. Oh, wasn't there something also? Okay, that's light bug, but I don't think I can fix that. Gotta look. It's like one of the most detailed things. Because of these ropes. Probably they're like broken. As a planner. And no, we do not need the signs. Probably one of those parts right here. There we go, there it is. And I'm just gonna put that in there. We need the Z location. you get the Z location. There we go. Now we need the other one and that one. And just put it right there. Also get the Z location. And you get that. Good. And what is that? Who are you? Oh wait, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be... I'm in the ground. You're supposed to be there. One of our assets. And then I can look because I need that and that to get into the banner. Just gonna look, did I get everything? Probably did. Yep, that's the light. That is all good. And we just gonna lock that so we cannot touch that. Alright, good. Great. And I'm gonna lock the old folder, but I cannot do that. So I'm just gonna select all the contents and just lock that. And some stuff is not anchored, just anchor that. And there we go. Now we have that all locked. And I'm gonna lock those as well. Because that's like our sound region parts. Those are like moved and the whole sound area moves. Don't want to do that. And the lamps, I don't know. Okay, the lamps are not locked. That's fine, that's fine. Don't care. Don't really care about that. Alright. This looks a little bit plain because like probably most of the nature. Just want to mix that up with German. Probably not that good. And we're just gonna add some of these benches. Add some more life to it. Boom. And I'm just gonna move one of those over there. And that didn't take the seats whatsoever. Nope, those. There we go. And the rest is probably the other bench. Those seats. And there we go. Just gonna put that right there. Beautiful. I'm just gonna copy those again and move them over here. Whoop. Yeah, and that dude is probably sitting in the lantern. And there we go. Now we add some life. Didn't I want to fix something else? Probably did, but I'm not sure what. Just close that. We gotta fix that soon. That's like coding. And I'm just gonna close that folder. Or at least like the vintage cafe. And we can probably... No, I'm actually not gonna group that. Yeah, let's work on this. On the kitchen. What am I saying? On the restaurant. Let me look at my reference for the tables. Like, the tables are pretty simple. Just, where's my part? The tables are very simple. Just have like a flat base. Flag 4x4. My reference character. 4x4 is like for the foot of the table. Looks good. Looks fine to me. And I'm just gonna put that in there, but I'm actually gonna do it like this. Now this is very thin for like a whole table. I'm just gonna make it a bit bigger. I think that is good. And I'm gonna make this one a bit bigger. A bit bigger. Otherwise just left the room something. And I'm gonna put that on there as the table plate. It's like about part of the table. And make it a little bit bigger. Actually gonna make it 5.5 studs. Looks fine. Now both of those parts are black and gonna be made metal. And we're just gonna quickly anchor all of those. And the tabletop will be a wood. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that or I'm actually gonna use a texture. Let me try this texture. Is that the top? Yep, that's the top, but we don't really care. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna rotate it to 90. 0.45. I'm gonna make that white, so it's not gonna be that dark. I got something, but the whole thing needs to be a bit brighter. Dark orange, we're gonna try that. I'm not sure if I'm actually seeing the texture of just table. I'm actually gonna stick with the default material. Just gets better. Yep, I can read very well in English. Table. Just gonna move that in the interiors folder. We're gonna move that over in there. Around the shelf. That's all like interior stuff. Apart from that, at least those things. I'm not sure what are those. Okay, that's the restaurant building. What happened there? What are we doing? What are we doing? Fix that. There we go, fix that. Just gonna move this one right there. Next to the fish tank. Because those people are gonna sit in there. Just watching the fishes. Just gonna add some chairs. And now lining them up correctly. We can grab them. There we go. We're gonna move that back. Duplicate it. Put it right there and just move it. About that. I think that's good. Let me just see what the we do that, then we have good offset. It's about 3 studs. That's supposed to be about that. No, that didn't work. About that. There we go. Now that's good. I'm gonna group those. Just gonna make it a table set. Not done yet, the table, but it's soon gonna be. The bar can close the bar for one for now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna add there. Am I gonna add those down there? Not really, not really. Just gonna duplicate one of those sets. There we go, just copy that. Just rotate it accordingly. And just gonna put that right on there. Boom, there we go. Just a little bit fine tuning. Can stick in the table a little. That's totally fine. And again with the Z-axis. And that broke everything. Boom, there we go. Now I'm gonna put that in the table set. And just gonna duplicate that, putting that over there. Go. There we go. Now we have our finished table set. It's a little bit small, but I guess job done, I would say. But now looking at it, I actually gonna extend those to be. I'm gonna do 7. 7 looks good. And just gonna move those sets over a little. Because now we have some free space in the middle with where we can actually put some more decoration. And I'm just gonna move those back, I think. Alt stop. Yeah, half and quarter looks good. So 0.75. Looks good, looks good. Alright, am I satisfied? Yep, I am. Okay, I'm just gonna put on some music for myself. Gonna make that a little bit quieter. And I'm gonna start that song. Alright, now we can actually do something productive. And I'm just gonna drink something real quick. Alright, there we go. Now I'm back. I'm not sure if that's you know what I mean. That's paused. Yeah, no. Stop that. Alright. There we go. Let's go on. What am I gonna put on that? I'm just gonna look up. Just gonna look up Japanese table. Maybe find something. Just put the restaurant at the end so I can. For restaurant images. They have like salt and pepper shakers. Yeah, that's probably what I need, salt and pepper shakers. How do I make those? Probably need some model. Can like look over here if I have good shapes for that. Can probably utilize one of this with. Yeah, now for the top. What do we use for the top? I'm not sure. We can use that, I think. Just gonna duplicate those and just move over there. Whoop. Yeah, I'm just gonna model that outside better for viewing. And just gonna turn that around. And duplicate the location, the Z frame. Good position. Now it looks like a mushroom. Looks funny. Like a little mushroom head. Make it a little bit smaller. And for some reason it's not perfectly on there because probably like shaped a little bit weird, so I'm actually gonna delete that. And I'm just gonna go to Blender, make a model real quick. Just better. Actually can probably show that. I go and not that. There we go, that's Blender right there. If it loads, hopefully. There you go, now you did. Thanks. Thank you, thank you. Now we're just gonna delete that and add a mesh cylinder. Actually gonna look at like fancy salt pepper shakers. I'm not gonna fancy pepper shaker. How do they look? Okay, that's something I cannot model. Yeah, that looks good. And just gonna lower that. No, yeah, okay, we're gonna do it with triangle. Actually gonna make an octagon. Yeah, looks good, looks good. Make that smaller. A bit further. And just gonna quickly not save that, but apply all transforms so I can just bevel those rough edges down here. And there we go. I'm not sure if a shade smooth. Alright, those getting shaded smooth. And now for the top. The top's probably gonna be a bit harder. But I can do that. I did just, yeah. Just gonna put that back to 32, I think it was. But that's also fine if it's not 32. Just make it smaller and just gonna fit that on top. There we go. I'm just gonna also like bevel those. And there we go. Now I can like put this down. Just gonna extrude it back up. Oh well. That's actually anticlimactic. Just gonna do that. Proportional editing. Right there. I'm gonna put that up there. Add some loop cuts and just gonna put them back to 0. And just gonna do that. Okay, we can move that down a little. Now, not the knife tool. Just wanna disable proportional editing. I'm just gonna flatten that a little. Bevel those, as well as those and those and those. Those edges are a little bit rough, just like that. Just gonna bevel those, clamp that doesn't start to overlap. Just gonna shade that smooth. I guess auto smooth. And there we go. Mostly. You just add some cylinders. Just like that, and just make it small. Shift DX and just no, we're gonna 1, 2, 5. Just gonna shift R. Y. See 1 to 5, 1 to 3. That's one too much. One too much. One too many. Minus 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. And just gonna just do the same on that. Shift D. Yeah. 0.125. 5. Shift D. Shift R. Looks. Yeah. You can work with that. Minus. Shift R. Shift R. Minus 0, 1.5. 0. 5. Shift R. That was 1 to many. Minus 1 to 5. Minus 1 to 5. No, that plus. And boom. Now we have all of those. Just gonna look over the quickly. Just gonna smooth those. Shade auto smooth. Apply all transforms and also apply all transforms. There we go. Now just you're just gonna hit A. And just gonna export that. Where do I have the models? Just gonna selected objects. There we go. Now we go back to Roblox Studio. Gonna quickly put that back. 1 second. Boom, there we have Roblox Studio. I'm just gonna import that. Wait, do it. There we go. There we have that. It's a few parts. Probably could have done better. Actually, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I'm just gonna join this together. You cannot see that currently, but I'm doing it. I'm just gonna export it again. Checking. And back to Roblox Studio, we can import it again. In the fixed version now it has like just those parts. more optim. I don't think you could even see that. There we go. There we have our enormous salt shaker or pepper shaker, or whatever, mustard shaker. I don't know. Wasabi shaker. Sorry, cannot. English not. English also left the room. Now we can just give those a little bit of texture. Those are gonna be a black. It's gonna be black dots because that's like the inside. And that is the upper part, and that's gonna be a metal. That looks very weird. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna make that black. I'm just gonna make that color. And this one is pretty easy, just making glass. And just put it like 0.5. Not sure. And now to add the content. Just gonna copy that, group it. 0.9, just make it a little bit smaller. Ungroup that. Make it smooth plastic for now. Just gonna disable that. Yeah. Now I have like salt or something. I don't know. Now it looks like sugar. Give me the sugar. And we're gonna make the outer part also dark okay, now that looks just that looks bad. That looks very bad. Duplicate it, model that 0.9, and that's gonna be our pepper. So smooth plastic for now, 0. And yeah, I'm just gonna make it black for now. Gotta add the textures. That's gonna be named content. Just like content. Not really helping. Oh, now again, it's gonna need to pick the correct material. We're gonna need to move that like that. Oh, it's salt. Isn't there like a salt material on Roblox? Salt. What are you saying? What am I gonna say to that? Well, it's fine, but yeah. The puppet looks actually good, because you can't really see it. Just gonna make that a little bit brighter. I'm gonna change the material. I'm like, what was that? Just gonna change the material rubber. Just gonna make it snow. Now it's the gamble of the gamble. Is that snow? Or is that actually salt? Is that instant snow? Or is that salt? Let's find out. What if we're gonna also make the snow? Yeah, that looks good, dude. That looks awesome. I'm just gonna group those. Just gonna name those two shakers. Oops. What about that? Those are like for those tables, not for the bar ones. Just gonna turn that. There we go. Just put that in the middle. Again, the Z. Boom, there we go. Now it's in the middle. Fantastic. Now let me see what can I also put on there. I don't want fancy salt shit. What? I'm a mask. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just let it like this for now. Maybe in the future I'm gonna add something. Just gonna put at 17. I'm not gonna put that back. And I'm gonna look how much I need to move those. Where is the copy at? It's 151. That's 51. Just gonna whip out the calculator. 51. Gonna make 3. 17. Now these should hopefully be equally spaced. I'm just gonna duplicate that again. That's perfect. I'm not sure. No, okay, now there's 2. There we go. Now we have those tables. Not sure if I'm gonna add one over here or something. Let me see. I like turn this. Oh my, I forgot this shakers. My bad. Shoot. Does it have something? Kind of. I'm not sure if I'm gonna add some tables in the middle. Because lack of space. To put this on 17, that's probably too much, right? Yeah, that's too much. 17 divided by 2. What is 17 divided by 2? 8.5. 8.5? Maybe. I got an idea. I'm gonna make like a double table. Like for 4 people. Just like group table. And those are like the aquarium seats. Kind of funny. You were in the aquarium with no fishes. I'm gonna delete that one. And just put another of those right there. And we have like 2-seated tables and like 2 4-seated tables. It looks good. Just gonna group them. And just gonna... No, wait, actually I can just redo that. And the shakers, I need the shakers. And I'm just gonna close that one. Then we have the shakers. Just gonna already duplicate them. And interior, not in the kitchen, but in the interiors. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Because we know it's 17, just move it by 17. Now it is gonna be a little bit different. And I'm actually gonna... How big is this? 5.5. It's gonna extend by 5.5. It should probably be like 11. Boom, 11. Can just like... Yeah. Don't know why it's duplicated. And the Z is that. Okay, I already got Z. Boom, I can delete that. Just gonna duplicate and put it over here. again like make that one gone and extend that to be 11. Now we need Z, I think. Yeah. And there we go. Now we're gonna add some lights into this place. Just gonna take like one of those spotlights that I made and adjust them. Because that looks weird if that's like so. Where's our part? The back looks a little bit weird, but that's fine. That's fine. And I'm gonna place those over the tables to make the tables give it that little bit spotlight. Oops. And there we go. And now I'm gonna copy that, remove the spotlight, put that to, I'm just gonna put that to smooth plastic, put that up. I'm not sure if that's like fine or if it's like too thin. It looks like that. It's very, very thin. That is too thick. That is now. That is very much too thin. That is. That is. Nothing? Is that good? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Can do that. Take that. Now we need the X. The X value. Actually, just thought about it. It's like over 17 that. Yeah. Actually gonna add 2. I think. Actually gonna add like 2 for this table. I'm just gonna look how does it look with one lamp light. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I think 1 is actually fine. Z. Boom. Now we have some lights that are not dangling too low. And now I can just copy those. Except that last one. We're gonna take those, duplicate them, and put them like, I'm just gonna put 12. Oh my god, 12 looks fine. I'm not sure if I'm gonna move that, because now it looks like I'm happy with that, I guess. I'm actually gonna 17. No, maybe it's equally spaced already. Nope, it's not. But that's fine, that's fine. I cannot really see that, like, all messed up. Yeah, just gonna hide that. And yeah, Soon after that, like the NPCs, because you're probably gonna be able to buy some stuff in here. We're gonna add that. Would be very, very cool. And where do we have Austrian manager? I'm just gonna look at the uptime. Okay, we have been live for an hour. Uh-huh. Yeah. There we go. Why is it black? What the hell? Probably because I like minimized Roblox Studio. Yeah. Just that. Alright. The fishes. I don't wanna do the fishes. I don't wanna do fishes. I mean I'm gonna add fishes. No worries. For citrus. Just gonna rename that. Very well. Yeah, just gonna make some like cleanup. Probably, I'm not sure. Oh. That's very triggering. I like clipping. Just gotta look which parts. Those are not interacting actually. That is a lot of parts. Gonna unlock that. Actually unlocked almost nothing. Now why can't I like select those parts? Wrong part? Yep, that one, not that, that one. Just gonna union that. Boom. Looks better. And now the same for that. That one plus that and that. Boom, union that. Done. Can lock the whole model again. And that's good. Wonderful. What is this union? That's this part, that's the menu. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna do the stage handler. Thinking about doing stage handler. But I'm not sure. So you're saying you're not a valid member? Stage. There we have the stage handler and the stage manager. Script.parent. With that, speaker. Dot model. Dot primary. We need another parent. That's the remote stage handler. Actually, no clue. Scripted parent. Wait a minute. I'm doing something wrong. Wait, no, it's actually fine. It's actually fine. Just gonna quickly test that feature. Doing live testing, guys. Oops, there we go. Just gonna test right there. Let's see. I'm just gonna get myself that set active. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not. Probably not. Stage handler SPK up, down, show on, show off. If the is a boolean, did I add the boolean? Probably not. That is the thing. Workspace.stage.active. True. Okay, you're gonna say that again. Some animation failures, but that's fine. Let's see. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. What do you get? What do you want? Good parents, stage sound. Yep. Forgot another one of the parents. Dot parent should work. Hopefully. Stage handler is saying hello. Yep, that's working. Until now we got no errors. 6F show on, good. Not sure about the rest. Okay. Expected, good. Fixed that. Stage manager, oh boy. Stage manager and the stage handler, that's like stuff that takes like a lot of time. I don't like that. I'm thinking, should I add like a stage manager menu to the menu? Or am I gonna make a screen GUI? That's a good that's a good question I'm gonna ask myself. Okay, actually, before we do anything else, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do the loading screen, the actual real loading screen with the danger GUI, which Spätzle already made. And I need to edit that one. Run. That's probably the same thing. Yeah. I'm just gonna make pixel fix real quick. 1 sec. We need to go in the where's my folder? A big symbols, please. here we have the, there we go. Just quickly gonna apply a tool called Pixel Fix on it to make like the black borders disappear. I'm not sure if that's actually there in the screen GUI, but yeah, just doing it. Actually gonna close my windows while this loads. 1 sec. Right, still loading. Takes so much time. What the hell? Alright, they've done it. It finished. Yeah, there we can see that the little borders. I don't like those. And we're just gonna add the new one. Yep, still need to find the folder. There we go. Centered a pixel fix. Just wait a little. Yep, looks totally fine. We need to keep the aspect ratio. Actually gonna convert that to that and that. And there we go. Now that is fitting. Gonna put it there, I think. 31. Yeah. I don't like. Put that back 1 sec. We're gonna make that 300 by 300. Maybe that's a good size so you can actually see the image. It's like so small. Yeah, 300 by 300 is good. Just gonna change it back to scale. And both for that scale, 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 scale. So, and there we go. There we go. There we go. She's gonna make a new screen GUI. Label that. Reset on spawn is false. That's all loading screen. Gonna change that to danger GUI. Just gonna delete that. And there we go. Now we can design our actual thing. Gonna make a frame one. That is hacking flashbang. Just gonna make that darker. 5, 5, 5. Cannot talk. 5 seems good. Image label. True underscore pixel fix. Title Ethereum. Yeah. Things like in this aspect ratio looks good. But I'm actually gonna move that down a little. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the Roblox GUI comes in. And gonna make the background transparent. I'm not sure if it made that right there. Yeah, okay, you can now see that. Just gonna make that title. I'm actually gonna reference myself from. That's a little bit too big. How about 04? 04? No, that's still too big. 03, then it is. 03 it is. So we're quickly gonna see. It's gonna move down to minus 0.1. That is up. 0.005. Probably be good. Can't really see it, but looks good. Looks fine. Looks fine. And if it looks fine, then it is fine. And that is our actual loading screen. Read it with C. Now we're gonna put another text. No, put a text label. And just gonna scale. 0, please. 5. And I'll put that also to 5. And we can leave that at 2.5. Not a little bit small. I'm gonna put 5. Now insert a local script. Just the welcome. And we need the local player. Just quickly. Local name. It's a player.name. We're gonna take this play name. Local function welcome. Just gonna quickly do that. The text label, local label equals to script parent. Local, no, not local. Label dot text equals to welcome to a project Ethereum, comma dot name. Welcome to project Ethereum, and then the display name. Welcome to the amazing digital circus. Make that scaled. Put that to NaN. And our favorite font is that. So we all wonder what font we use. We use Audio White. That's our go-to. This is red gradient. Great. There we have our actual. No, that's the wrong gradient as well. That is the correct gradient. Just paste that right there. 255. Now we have that. We're gonna flip that by 180 degrees. Because it looks very awesome if like all of the purple is here and all of the blues like on the outside. Dude, I cannot talk anymore. And now I'm gonna insert not a text label but an image label. And gonna scale. Thank you. Thank you. Look something out 1 sec. I cannot do math. Yeah, I'm just gonna first of all do that. 400 by 400 is probably a little bit big. Oh, is it? 0.5. Just gonna 7.5 and 7.5. Leveled back. 6.5. 6. No. I'm not gonna pronounce that. Just yeah, that's overlapping. That's overlapping. What about 2? Okay, 200 by 200. What about that? And 0.75. Please, where's the label? That is now. We're gonna actually use that. Should not search for that. Aesthetic. Because I know there is a loading screen icon on here. Just need to find it. There's a bubble. That would also look good, but it's not loading. We need an actual loading loading indicator. What about that? I'm gonna try that. Maybe it looks good, maybe it doesn't. I'm gonna make that 1. Like, is that's like rotating? Yeah, probably I need to add a script first. It looks so blurry because of the like glow. Local indicator. That's world Z. It's a script parent. I don't need the tween. While true do indicator dot rotation plus equals 0.1. Task dot wait. Probably a bit fast. Not sure. Probably a bit fast. It's actually pretty slow. 0.5? Maybe. Also not. We're gonna put 1. one seems good. It like has the perfect amount, I think. And to make it more lively, we're not gonna... Actually, I'm gonna see the message. She... Yeah, okay, that works, that works. Just needed to look at it. We need that. We're gonna rename it to rotate. Now we're gonna add a text label again. And I'm gonna make that like that, 255. Make it big. Put it to that. I'm gonna add a UI gradient with different colors. Because we're gonna add a green gradient. Gonna make that a little bit dark. And that's for the bright green. The label's gonna be a little bit extended to be 100. 5 looks good. Now loading. Maybe it's also a bit too big. I'm gonna put like that. Now we're gonna put a label under that. Boom. Minus minus NaN minus minus. Just gonna put that like right there. And make that smaller, maybe 50. 50 looks good. Now we're gonna make a script. So loading handler. Yeah, now we need the actual script. I'm just gonna open up another Studio instance and copy the code, which I've already wrote once. Makes it a way faster. And just need to change up a little bit a few things. See how we like set it up. Now we have the loading screen, that is enabler. And there we go, AV. The fade is not necessary, that is not necessary. Twin service, we need that. The holder. I'm not sure what the holder is. Can like delete that. Just delete the whole thing. So it's this. Oh, the holder is something. Script parent loading now. Follow the text equals minus minus. Asset minus 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 dot dot. Then we say holder.text equals to finished loading. Finished loading. And we're gonna do a wait. 1 second. Holder.text equals to initiating main menu, because we're gonna have a few different things. We're probably gonna do that off stream probably. And we're just gonna see it probably goes like probably it's like already done before I even started. And then okay, you're not doing that. As it set that name probably. Yeah. There's actually all the things that is loading. Oh my. Players. Loading the players. Replicate storage. Finish loading. Initial menu. Look for check. I'm gonna copy that. Loading handler. Local check ID. Got to that. We need the indicator. Equals script.parent.indicator. Wir sagen, yeah, that was German accent slip. Now we need to disable the rotate script. Enable equals false. And indicator dot rotation equals to 0. Indicator dot image. Is it image or is it image content? Probably, yeah, it's image. Image equals to that. Actually, RBX assets ID dot decimal slash check ID. Let's try it. Hopefully it works. Yeah, I left that loading screen. It just takes ages. But hey, at least the whole game is then loaded. And that's fine. Finish loading initial menu and the check mark is there. Wonderful. And it's correctly rotated. Great, now I'm just gonna move that back. The voice is already gone. We're gonna also put that on 5. Gonna disable that. Enable that. I can still correctly read it. Why did you put gradient? Why did he actually put a gradient in there if it doesn't? Oh, he put, okay, I understand. I'm just gonna thinking. Yeah, we're gonna make frame. Call it fade 5. That is like that. That is not visible, but that one is visible. Now we need the fade object, scripted parent.fade. Why? Oh wait, no, another parent.fade. Fade task.wait. 1 second. Show warning. I'm gonna now make this show warning. TW double decimal create dude decimal create dot twin info.new. We're gonna make one enum dot using style dot sign enum using direction now 040. We're just gonna background transparency equal to 0 and double decimal, yeah, right, decimal play task.wait 1 second. Local main equals to script parent. Local warning equals to script parent dot danger GI. And then we say main math main header visible equals to false. Warning dot visible equal to true. Task dot wait 0 to 0125. Or we can copy that. 1. Boom. And then we're gonna actually get into the main menu, which I'm probably gonna kill the stream. There's a secret. Let's see. Finish loading, initiating main menu, fading, shows the warning. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Very, very wonderful. And there we go. I'm just gonna quickly go here. Give me 1 sec. Quickly gonna do that and do that. All right, there we go. Just gonna sit right there. All right, everyone. That's it for this stream. What is my cup doing? It's broken. Need to fix that also. And that's it for this stream. I hope you enjoyed it. And well, think I hope to see you guys in the next stream. Yeah, have a great day or have a great evening, night, noon, or whatever, whenever you're watching this, and peace out.